Good morning. Thank you all for joining me this morning. It's been a hell of a morning. A big shout out to all my friends and followers of the channel and to the members. I appreciate your support, but you're not going to believe it. We've just landed. I was on my jet visiting the different distribution centers with my cartel. So I'm just relaxing now, and I'm hoping to have a relaxing day. I do not want anyone phoning up saying that stuff didn't get through borders. It just winds me up now. I hate this cross international community negotiations. Anyway, so where are we? Monday the 9th of December. Thank you to everyone that joined me last night. Last night I was on the Fitness Hutch's channel for a short period of time, having a little chat with him. I dropped in and out of conversations, if I'm honest, on other channels. There was a lot of YouTubers last night doing live streams at the same time. Matthew Martin, I dropped in to say hello to him. The Grumpy Sapper was doing a live stream. The Sidley Twins was doing a live stream. I dropped in the conversation there. It was quite nice to listen to. Yeah, a lot of good people doing live streams last night. Did I miss anyone out? Did I leave anyone out? I don't think so. I think that was it. And then I had a chilled out night. I had a chilled out night drinking my water. I had a chilled out night drinking a glass of red wine in my Tyrone crystal glass, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I drank that during the podcast. And my son's not well today, so he's going to stay. I'm going to make him lunch and just make sure he's looked after, Yeah. Oh, so Monday. Lots of stories, actually. Lots of emails. Thank you. Do you know what? This is the 9th of December, and my book is still in the top 100. It's number 90 today, though, but it's still there. That in itself is a massive achievement. So thank you. And it's been recommended now on different bookstores, which is brilliant. Ah, what a Christmas. What a Christmas, eh? Right. Now, listen, when I talk about these stories this morning, you don't necessarily have to believe me. I know many of you do now, because you can go and check the stories out. They're in the other mainstream medias. I just give you my spin and knowledge based on what's happening. And it's amazing. And I'm only one person doing this, by the way. I don't have an alter ego or a split personality where I pretend to be someone else on a different platform. I'm like, hi everyone, how's things? And on another platform, I'm like, woo! Some people are like that, though. We all know that, don't we? Right, so what else is happening? Story coming out today about Queen Elizabeth. And this story is legitimate because it came from the mouth of King Charles, where he has stated that his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, used to practice wearing her crown because it was really heavy. She used to practice wearing it so that when it came to her coronation, she didn't look silly and for it to fall off. So she used to bath King Charles wearing her crown. That's just crazy. I mean, that's just crazy. But whenever I heard that story, that the late Queen Elizabeth II used to bath King Charles wearing a crown, I'm going to be honest. Now, I know you're going to laugh at this, but that's the impression I see Meghan Markle bathing the kids wearing her princess crown. I think she wears it all around the house. You know what I mean? But there's a difference between practicing wearing a crown for a state occasion and the difference of being wearing a crown around the house. I bet you she wears it to her maids and all. I told you to get up, clean it, clean the floor. Well, then use your tongue. I want it spotless. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and a civil lawsuit has been filed against the US rapper. I'm glad I said that right, because I've only just learned to say the word rapper. For many years, I used to raper. Anyway, you get the words mixed up. But a civil lawsuit has been filed against Jay-Z. It's alleged that him and P. Diddy rapped a 13-year-old girl after the MTV Video Music Awards. Imagine that. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that after years and years, decades of suppression to the community, that these powerful men of colour would go on to traffic people? That's a bit of a turn of events, isn't it? There we go. Bit of a turn of events. Yeah, yeah. Power. Not say the other word. You know what I mean. Anyway, what else is happening? Oh, President Biden. I don't even know if he did this because no one knows what he's doing. It's alleged that President Biden did this because he is the president. But anyway, the US have bombed Syria after the president-elect Donald Trump had warned America, do not get involved in Middle East conflicts. Keep our noses out of it. Yep, and then America went and bombed Syria. Yep, they just can't let it go, can they? Bam, 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 bam. Syria. They just can't let it go. I don't know what it is about the US White House. I mean, it's not Americans. Americans want peace. They want peace so much they're willing to shoot for peace. It's just simple. Am I jealous of Americans? I'm jealous that they get to protect their own property and they have amendments. I wish we had that in the UK. We sort of are in the middle of a dictatorship ourselves. No. We've got two dictators fighting. We've got the EU president and we've got the UK EU Prime Minister. So, yeah. But listen, American people don't want to go to war. They're prepared for it, but they don't want it, like most of us. I don't know why they decided to bomb Syria, though. It'll be to do with oil. It'll be to do with natural resources. Of course, it's always to do with something. It's not to do with peace. It's to do with bombing your way to controlling natural resources. That's what it's about. It's always about that. Yeah. Oh, well. And what have I got here? I wrote something else down here. Oh, listen to this here. Now, please think about this. British security services have been ridiculed and slammed because of their new intern that they're where they do not want white students to apply. Now, if you have common sense in this sort of remit, you need to look at this rather than shout this is racist, rather than shout this is terrible towards white students. Take a step back and think, why do British security services want to recruit those of certain cultures and not white individuals? You need to look at the reason behind this. Is it racist? No, it's not. The threat to the UK is not coming from a white community. The threat to the UK is not coming from a coloured community. It's not. But the threat to the UK is coming from people arriving on our shores from different ethnic cultures. So clearly, the British security service need to recruit people of that gender or that colour in order to infiltrate that community. Does that make sense? So rather than putting out stories in the media to say it's racist when it's not, if you want to recruit British security service to be filled with white individuals, then how are they meant to blend in different communities and different backgrounds and different cultures? You need to look at the bigger picture. So not everything is about race. It's about security and fixing what may go wrong. Hopefully that makes sense. And I once got all this information from a friend of mine who broke it right down for me and told me it's not racist. It's where the threat's coming from. So that's where they need to work. Hopefully that will put all this racist nonsense to bed. Wow. Yeah. And I'm going to leave you with a funny story. Listen to this one. Meghan Markle has now told people that she can't trust anyone. There's no one I trust anymore. I can't trust anyone. Yes, people make up stories. I mean, hello, if the cap fits. Hey, if the cap fits. Hello. You've got to laugh at that, don't you? If the cap fits. She doesn't trust anyone because she makes up stories. Do you remember the Meghan Markle? The embarrassing curtsy? Remember that? Remember they took the passport off me and I wasn't allowed to leave the country. There she's jetting around everywhere. Remember that story? The fake one? Do you remember the fake chase around New York City? And everyone's going, a chase around New York City? It's bumper to bumper in New York City. How could you have had a chase around New York City? It's bumper to bumper. It takes hours to get places. It's packed. Remember the fake chase? Remember the fake racism? Yep. Remember that? Oh my God, there's just so many lies that come out of her mouth, but yet she doesn't trust people. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. The Markle. I call it the Markle. Look directly into the Markle. The Markle mirror. And see that person looking back at you? That's a liar. Anyway, listen, have a wonderful day, people. Thanks for your support. It is Monday. It's the start of the week. Lots of things to do. Yeah, but before I go, I'd be... Oh, Moogle. Moogle that won. Do you remember I did the live stream on Saturday night at 6:20 and I was joined by two awesome elite veterans, yes, from the Royal Marines and the Parachute Regiment. And Dave picked someone. He chose someone from the chat to win the prize from Soldier On Coffee. Moogle. Moogle sent me an email. I did receive it. By the way, I want to point this out. If you send me an email and you have your address in it, once I've done the deed and did an exchange, I delete your emails. I delete them. I don't keep your addresses. They get deleted. But what I will say is this. Moogle, you did send me your address. I have passed your address on to Soldier On Coffee. He sent me a message this morning to say your prize will be posted to you today. So thanks for joining in. Secondly, I'm sitting at number 90 now in Amazon's top 100. Let's get this back in the top 50. Come on, it's a good present, but as I keep saying to you, don't buy it for somebody that's weak and woke because it will blow their mind. It's only for strong people with strong personalities, okay? That I wrote it for strong people. I mean, no point lying. It's a good book. But thank you for all your support. It does mean a lot, ladies and gentlemen. If you have bought it and read it, remember to leave a review on Amazon. Apart from that, have a wonderful day. Stay safe and be good.